What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. We got Cohen back here, we got Cam back here, the whole crew other than mom and baby out here, and we are going to be putting the seats that you guys recently seen me clean into the truck today, or at least we're hoping. So here's what he's doing. What are they, is it 15 on the front? It's an inverted hex. So he's got to take the 15s out in the front, which, guys, here's how I like to do this. I like to take the back ones out first. Well, no, the front one's out first and then move the seat forward and take the back ones out, I guess is the best way to do it. So he's gonna knock, there's a 15 there, 15 on the other side. Like I said, it's really an inverted hex. You guys can see that. But in order to get that out, you can use an 11 and a 15. So he's doing it strong arm method with the manual. He's doing it manual. Crazy. Anyway, aside from that, so once he gets those two out, we're going to slide the seat forward, and he's going to grab the 11s, because you got to have the seat obviously far enough to get the 11s out. And then, guys, I think this is a T50 if I remember right. I will tell you here in a minute on the size, but we got to get this guy out too, because we're going to be retaining the seat belts. And you can pop this little plastic clip. Maybe I may have to have a plastic pry tool. Oh, no, I think I got it. There we go. See this guy right here? I need to pop that out, and then that'll allow access for this to go into the seat. So let's take a look at the seats that we're putting in. We spent some time cleaning these up. Did you just sit on them, Cam? No. Did you sit a tool on them or something? All right, so we spent some time cleaning these up, and like I said, the console must be a little bit different from the maybe 11 up trucks, because it's just a hair off, but I don't think you're gonna notice really in the truck. And you know, maybe down the road, guys, we do a leather kit. I doubt it, but these seats are in such good shape. We had our upholstery guy fix the bolster on the driver's side, which I think I talked about in the last video. So I think he'll probably vacuum this out. I'm hoping. Yeah. When we get this out, looks like a monkey crawled in this side. I don't really know. Is that Catherine?
Yeah, it's definitely Catherine.
Okay. Holy cow. So you can see he's sliding that seat forward. I don't think, guys, we're gonna have to, I don't remember if we did we take the center out last time?
Yes.
I'm not sure where the third, because this has a belt, 3-point belt. You can see it back there in the back. I think we'll have to take it out as well, but I will show you guys that here in just a minute. So while he's continuing to work on that other side, I did want to show you guys, this is indeed a T50 in order to get the belt out. We got to do the same thing over here. Get this plastic piece popped up. Now, the cool thing about, you guys saw in the video where I cleaned all this stuff, we've got the covers now for this. We've got the covers for this and this. So it's going to look a lot nicer in here without, you know, this just gross area that you see. So he's got this loose. We'll pull this out. We need to keep this because we're going to need it to put the belt in the new part. I'm hoping, guys, you know, I cleaned these, another set of these. I'm hoping I can get the belt over this. I think maybe I can. But let's just put this back in the seat for now. All right, now this does have some controls in the seat. And when I say controls, it's got airbag sensors in them and a weight sensor like in the other side. So the airbag doesn't go off if you have a passenger and it's under a certain weight. But once we do this, guys, we need to flip this seat up. And there's a single plug right here that we need to unplug. And now this seat is loose and we can get it out of the way. Just lift it out. Be careful not to hit your door and whatnot. And we'll set it out here for now. Now, he did clean this carpet a little bit. A while back, we actually test fit those seats. He's gonna go over it again once we get the rest of them out. But this is also, look, a T50 to get the belt off the center console, which we're gonna have to do also. So same situation here on this side. We have a single plug. You can see there's another plug here, and guys, I have no idea what that goes to. If you guys know, let me know. Got that unplugged. Need to lift the seat out, and the console's now loose. He got the T50 off the other 3-point belt. Let's get these out of the way. You can see we got it all out there. He's gonna run over it with the vacuum, but here's the situation that we have, guys, and what we need to fix or add. Driver's side's plug and play on the power seat. So you can see there's a power seat on the passenger and the driver's side. These came out of a Tahoe. And normally you don't have a power to the passenger side. Well, we're gonna have to put power over here because the seat doesn't move. That seat plugs in, works great. We tested it. All you have to do is take your old one out, put your new one in. This one, however, is missing 2 wires, and the 2 wires that we are missing, if you guys see this right here, there's 2 open spots. One's ground, one is power. I actually robbed the harness out of the other truck, or the Tahoe that we took these out of. I'm going to show that to you here. I've got it sitting up here, and we are going to rob those 2 pieces. You can see what I'm talking about. You have a big power and a ground. We're gonna have to get power and ground to that seat in order to make it move. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna grab my clip. Well, it's actually a tool to release these, but I'll try to set you up on the tripod and let you see how it works. Here's the clip that I robbed from the, so I say robbed, that doesn't sound very nice. Okay, I bought it with the seats. Let's put it that way. All right, so you have this guy, right? And I really want to use the factory plug. I want to plug this into what we don't have on ours. And it's a pretty good piece of wire. I'm not going to use this thick of wire. I don't think it needs that, but anyway. So guys, here's the deal. We need one of these. This is a tool that allows you to release clips, and it works pretty well. So on this, there's I don't know if you guys can see the little dot right there. That's the release point. So when we push this in here, you should be able to pull this out on the opposite side. Oh, it's gonna make a liar out of me here. Should release that. There we go. See? And now what we will do is we will solder a longer end so we can grab power there. And then I'm gonna grab the negative as well because I want that wire too. All right, so we're gonna put ends, we're gonna solder ends and some other line on both these 2. All right, you can see we've got this, put on some wire, right? Now we need to put this into the other harness. So remember, we're going up in this corner, power on the right side, I believe. I don't remember. Help if I put them in there the right way too. Ground on one side, power on the other. Uh-oh. Our plugs may be a little different. I don't want to go in there. Maybe I've just got them in the wrong way. Oh, there's a lock in this one. You guys see the lock? We're gonna have to slide that lock out before we do this. I had to slide that lock out. Now we should be able to go in this way. I'm gonna have to have a pick. Push that down. It's almost in there, but it's not quite sliding past because I need a pick. So I'll grab a pick and then we'll hopefully have it in there. I got it in there, and the lock keeps it in, but it's just a little bit different. So we're gonna give it a shot. So here's how we're gonna test it. We're gonna just grab power somewhere. I may just run this up to a battery or something, but I wanna set the seat in and make sure that it moves and that we've got these wires where they need to be. Once we do that, then we'll worry about routing it in this little channel under the carpet and finding where we're gonna tag power. And honestly, guys, my plan was to tag power from the driver's seat because most of the time seats aren't gonna be moving at the same time. I don't see the point in putting it on its own circuit. Does that make sense? I could also, I noticed that we have a plug here, which is kind of cool for the center console cigarette lighter. We may tag into that even. It doesn't take a lot of power to move a seat, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, on the heated side of things, if you had a heated or AC or ventilated seat, as they call them, yeah, you would probably want to put it on its own circuit if they were running at the same time. But for this, I don't believe it's necessary. So we're going to set the seat in here, plug it in, get it some power, and see what happens. In order to test it, we got the seat setting in there. Obviously, it's plugged in. We're going to test it a couple different places. We're going to test it right here. Got our negative. Getting stuff dropped on me, Cam. And our positive, try it. Oh, okay, now try it. All right, so we've got power there and the seat's moving. So we did the right thing. We can either tag into that power or we could potentially tag into this other seat, which makes a little more sense to me. Go ahead. You can see it's moving. So now that we know it's moving, we're going to find a way to tap into power. We're going to run it nice under the carpet. We can take that seat back out, we can unplug it, and that's pretty much it, guys. The rest will be plug and play. As you can see, we took the seat back out, but we've got it routed in that channel. There's a piece of that plastic channel all the way over here, and you can see we've cut these two sections out. And guys, this is where we're going to tie in, is on the power for this seat. Like I said, if there were more running at one time, you know, if two people are going to like have seat races, okay, you may have to circuit this differently. But for what we are doing, generally in a regular cab truck, you don't move the seats a lot. So once they're there, they're there. But when you need to move them, you know, to like vacuum, you'll move one, then you go to the other side. You're never moving both at the same time. So just keep that in mind if you are wiring it up the way I'm doing it. I want it to look somewhat factory, but without having to go all the way to the dash and find another circuit. This is what it looks like when we're finished. You can see I wrapped it in tape, went around that area. I didn't go around it, obviously, side to side, but we should be good now. So we're gonna vacuum a little bit more out here, I think, and then we will flip the carpet back and grab the console because it has to go in first, and then we'll probably plug that in, make sure it works, and yeah, we'll just start piecing this thing back together now. Got it all laid back out. He's grabbing the console as we speak, and we're gonna see if we can plug it in. He may just set it so it kind of sits over these dowels in the floor. So go ahead and lift it up, Colin, in the front. Nice. Slide, there we go. It needs to go back over here. There we go. We'll get it on there. I want to plug it in before we do that. So tilt it back and let's see where the plug's at on the bottom. Just tilt it. There you go. Where's that plug at? You see it over there? Oh, is it on your side? That right there. Is that it? See if that plugs into that. Does it? I can't hold it. I got it. I got it. May not. Oh, it did? All right, so now, once we get that plugged in, get it lined up, boom. Is it on your dowels? Okay. We'll probably vacuum it again, obviously, once we're finished. But now, you see this area right here, we got to hook this back up with our T50 that we had before. And same situation on the other side because we have the belt out. Got the belt buckled in on this side with the T50 snug down. I'm gonna put the clasp on the other side, or the latch, and he's gonna use some silk shine on the plastics because we never did that on this thing. And then we will we'll move on to the seats. Got that in, got the belt in on both sides. One thing I'll tell you guys about on the belt, when you're putting it in, you need to make sure that you've got, on this side, you see this little hook, that needs to line up, and that just keeps it from falling down between the seats. That's kind of neat that they've done that. The old ones, you know, would kind of work their way down. But now, guys, we're not using this plug. This wasn't even plugged into the old seat. He's going to go ahead, set the new seat in, and we'll tilt it up and get it bolted down, I guess. Seat's in. Check it out. It moves. He's going to go ahead and bolt the back down, get it snug. We'll move it back, put the front bolts in, and actually, after he gets the back ones bolted down, before he goes to the front, we'll get the clips that go in there and get that covered up. Now that he's got that accomplished, there is a cover that goes over your plugs, and I think this is the right side. It may not be. You can see what I'm talking about. That clips over that, and you've got two sides, so I'm not sure if that's the correct side. The other piece, though, you can see all the pieces that we've got back here, like this guy here. This goes in here like this. Oh, that looks so much nicer. And then I don't know if these, I think these go in the front, guys. So I'm pretty sure that these kind of cover the front to make those look better. But the last one we need to do is we need to get the seat. Oh, that's That's the wrong deal. What the heck? Is that one for the other side, I guess? That's the wrong one. That's a big one. It's not for that side either. Oh, what the heck those came off of? Those are definitely not for these seats. Now, if you'll notice, this seat's a little different in the fact that it has a nut right there, which came with the seat, luckily. Let me get our piece put in here. There we go, snapped in place. Where's that other piece? The cover of the filler plate. We actually did have the filler. I don't know which one goes to which side. Oh. I don't think that's it, right? No, let's try the other one. Probably says right or left. It does, right? There we go. Looks so much nicer. So now I'm gonna go over this with a little silk shine, and then he's gonna bolt the front down, and we'll move on to the last one. Well, we are finished. Honestly, guys, the job's not terrible. Man, these seats look so much nicer. Did you went over the seats, didn't you? It looks so much better. Those dark seats, they're going to be more comfortable too. The bolster on those other seats, guys, was completely trashed. And so, you know, driving it down the road got to the point where I'm sure where it was really annoying. As far as the seat, yeah, different levels of vacuum. But anyway, the seat looks really good. Center console, you've got 3 cup holders now, some nice storage. I don't have the rubber pieces that go in that, but I like it. I think it'll make driving it a little more pleasurable anyway. And we've got all of those holes filled up. You know, that looks tacky. When you open the door and you see all the hardware that bolts the seat to the ground, definitely looks worse. But we got it accomplished. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I know it was, maybe it was relatively short. I don't really know how long it lasted because it seemed like we filmed the majority of it anyway. But if you guys, like I said, did enjoy this video, please smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are not subscribed, go down there, hit that subscribe button. We got a few more things coming on this truck. I don't know how deep we're gonna go, but I've got some other parts. You guys know I got the dash still, which we haven't done. I was waiting on an airbag recall, which I don't know whether they're gonna do that or not. I'd like to put a different steering wheel in it at some point with the radio controls. So we got a few other things going. I know a lot of people are wanting to see a V8 swap in this truck. I personally do not want to do a V8 swap in this truck, but that doesn't mean that we won't eventually. If I had to bet on it, I would say no though. But anyway, stay tuned to see what we work on next.